I Don't Get It
Podcast.
All right, guys, welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. It is Naz and
Lauren.
And Ashley's not here,
Yet.
which is so lame, but we have guests of honor. You guys, Becca Tilley. How the fuck do we get Becca Tilley on this podcast?
Whoa.
Are you guys allowed to drop F-bombs on?
Oh, yeah, this
yeah.
is like
Anything
HBO.
you want.
Yeah, I
HBO.
told you theirs is like they have a lot more freedom than we do.
Wait,
a
guys.
lot of freedom.
Tanya Rad is also on the podcast.
Hey.
Tanya!
Yay!
Hey! And Ashley's recording her other podcast.
So Ashley,
right now.
Ashley will be here shortly. But we have an I Don't Get It from Tanya. What is your I Don't Get It?
Oh, you guys just start straight off.
Straight
Ripping
off.
off the Band-Aid. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't get when guys just want to be friends.
Like, have you dated them and then they're like, we just want to be friends?
I was gonna say
This is twofold. Guys that you've dated and then they want to be friends after, like, no. If I'm not good enough for you to date me, you don't get my friendship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then B,
If you're not going to put your dick inside me, what's the point
Yeah,
of
like, what's wrong with
talking to each
vagina?
other?
This is very different from scrubbing in. A refreshing take on relationships.
You guys, Tanya's Instagram today was so refreshing.
So funny.
Speaking of refreshing, you wrote, man's rejection is God's protection.
I read that
Yeah.
like 4 times. I'm like, man, rejection. I'm like, what is this?
it basically means like,
Amen, sister.
yeah, because I get
Yeah.
rejected a lot. Like it happens.
So crazy. Also, everyone, my boyfriend wants to have sex with Tanya, and it's so
I
crazy.
think he thinks it'd be like an ultra spiritual
He
experience.
does. Yes. Definitely.
Like, they'd
would.
be
He's
glowing.
like, that girl knows what the universe is about. I'm like, you guys be having sex. Like, this universe is beautiful.
It's like having sex with the Holy Spirit,
Yeah.
you know?
Wow. Tanya,
I should put that on a bumper sticker.
having sex.
no, you should tell people that that's what it would be
Yeah.
like. They
Yeah.
need to stop rejecting you.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it basically means when a guy rejects you, that it's part of a bigger plan. Like he wasn't meant for you.
That's true.
Like God has a
Yeah.
better person. And this is what I tell myself probably on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you, Tanya. I don't get when guys just want to be friends, too, because I'm always rejected, never had a boyfriend. I don't know if you knew that about me.
No.
Yeah, and it's annoying. It's like, I don't want to be your friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's even
over
before
it.
they try and date you.
Though. But like,
Can girls and guys be friends also? I don't
No.
think
Yeah,
so.
I
Are
think
you
you
guys
can.
talking about
I don't think so.
after? Are you guys talking about after?
after, I definitely agree that if whoever, I think whoever ends it should not have the audacity to say we
Right.
want to be friends. However, there are guys that I'm not interested in romantically that I do just want to be their friend.
But if you are going in with the intent, like, oh, I have a crush on you, and like you're putting the flirty vibes on, they're like, oh, let's just be like, they know your intention is to date them, and they say they just want to be friends. I'm like, no.
Yeah, Tanya's saying she can't be friends with them. But I agree with Becca. We're all obviously friends with guys.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
when it's over, said and done, no, I don't want to be your friend. Leave me alone. Move to another country. I pretend that guys are dead after. Like, my friends from college are like, oh, have you ever talked to
yeah, he
Rob
died.
again? And I was like, no, R.I.P. Like, I think he passed.
Yes.
I think a tree fell on him in Texas.
Yeah, you
He's
have a
no
mental
longer with
funeral.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You're
healthy,
gone.
though. I think you just like, if you can get them out of your head and just be able to move on and assume that they're dead and under the ground, then
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
helps, I guess.
I always make them my friends afterwards because I have a really hard time breaking up with people. So I definitely am like, we're friends, they're friends. But then they're always like, could you just like my penis a little bit like last time?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. I have this ex-boyfriend that will chronically like hit me up, be like, come on, it's a little bit of sex. I'm like, you're so gross.
A little bit
So
of
gross.
Just a
sex.
little bit of sex.
Lauren, you've nailed down the Chris D'Elia voice.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Oh, we got a new name for our listeners. So people were about the diehards.
Yeah, no one liked
No one
diehards.
liked diehards. It came up. We were trying to find like a name
Oh,
to call our
that's
listeners.
so cute.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
we
For
said
our
diehards.
fandom.
No one really liked it, but it was off the cuff. I just came up with it. So
What's
people-
the new name now?
Clueless Cult? Clueless Cult.
Oh my God, that's good.
Oh, that is good.
That's
I like
good.
that.
Because if
I
they
didn't
don't
come up
get
with it. Someone
you
on our Facebook group
Wait, can we just
did.
can we just make it cleaner and just call them the Clueless?
The Clueless, yes.
I love it because I didn't like the Confused. Do you guys like that?
The Clueless is cute.
Becca
Yeah,
and
Clueless
Tanya are like,
is-
we don't give a fuck.
No, I like cute
I
Clueless
was just
Cult.
gonna say, do y'all love the Facebook group? Because we just started ours like last week, and it is one of my favorite things.
It's so fun. We
It's
talked
so
about it the past like
fun.
4 episodes now, but it's so
You
fun.
guys, our group is so lit. If you guys go in there, it is like,
It's like people are only talking about things I really give a shit about,
and
you know?
and we already have celebs in the group. Like,
Celeste?
yeah, like the,
Oh, yeah.
shout out to Jaquan again.
Like our elder, like we will call them the elders or whatever, but they're people who are posting every day on the hour, responding, coming up with great content. I love it.
Anyways,
Great content on the group.
Great content.
enough about us. I still can't believe Becca Tilley is like here. You guys.
Oh my gosh,
Round of
I'm
applause.
literally just so irrelevant. Like, why does it matter?
Becca, are
There's
you?
a new Becca in town. She's
No.
a bachelorette.
Are you living in an alternate universe? Guys, I just want to say it took us a year and a half to get Becca on this podcast because you're just like in the
Let me say
Maldives, like
what's
doing
so good
photo
about
shoots for
Becca.
Billabong and shit.
Wait, are you kidding? She like doesn't leave her house.
And
I know
that,
that's
and
why
that.
she's still so relevant without leaving her house. And like
So true.
she has a way of being funny, but like by just honestly being herself, you know?
Wow, y'all! I didn't. If I had known that y'all were gonna fill my ego
Yeah.
this much, I would have come on a lot
Becca, we
sooner.
love you.
Yeah, and you look
I
so
love you guys.
beautiful today.
You always look beautiful. Wait, Becca,
Tanya's like, now she's making fun.
do you think you're funny?
I think that I think I'm a little bit weird, but like I think my humor for some people is funny, and then I think others are just like, what is she talking about?
Yeah.
You're funny. You know you're funny.
I feel like I'm witty, and so sometimes it translates. Like, I feel like my dad's really witty and sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like, my whole family, if you had a conversation with any of us, it's the same sense of humor. But I think a lot of people, like people that listen to the podcast, because Tanya is not witty or sarcastic at all.
Yeah. PSA, I'm like the worst.
But
like,
it's like, it's our dynamic, but people think I'm being mean if I like laugh, because she'll sometimes go into these deep things and I might chuckle without even realizing
That's
it.
amazing.
And people are like, why are you laughing at her when she's trying to be deep? And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm like in tears, and Becca's like,
That is
I
funny.
get
That is
really
me.
uncomfortable when people cry in front of me.
That's so funny.
I
Wait,
cry like on a regular
I
basis.
love your guys' friendship. I just met Tanya a week ago at Ashley's birthday. Did you meet Tanya before?
You
Lauren?
just met her?
I never met Tanya
That
ever.
is so weird. Yeah,
I'm
I've met
obsessed
her.
with her.
Yeah.
I might like her a little more than Becca, which is kind of
everyone
scares me.
does.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean,
it's because you laugh when they're crying.
I honestly, she does have like some like an aura about her that is very like bright and shiny, and I don't necessarily feel like I have that all the time. So I do think it's very refreshing when people meet her. They're like, "Oh my gosh, what is this like brightness?"
You are Little Miss Sunshine.
You
That's
are
real.
Little Miss
Gosh,
Sunshine.
thank you. Yeah, we got to do this podcast more often.
I know, see?
Pat on the back.
Wait, so I want to know like how you guys met and stuff. Is this like oversaturated? Does everyone know the story except me?
We recently
know how
talked
you guys
about it
met.
on our
Okay.
podcast, but I don't know if it's
Oversaturated.
oversaturated.
I just want to make sure everyone listening is not like, we already know Tanya Naz. How did you guys like really, what was the first day you met?
It was in May of 20.
It's adorable.
Yeah, no, but this is just like so the dynamic of our relationship because Becca was like, yeah, it was like, I don't know,
Summer.
September.
You're
the
totally
festival.
Ashley and you're totally me. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
know what year
Yeah,
it was.
I'm like, I
oh, yeah.
remember.
It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
She was like, it was a sunny day.
Yeah.
It had been like
It was in
around
Vegas.
89,
Yeah.
90 degrees.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake came out with a new song that day.
Yeah.
You're Ashley.
Yeah. So we met in May and a couple years ago, 4 years ago.
Oh,
And
that's a long time.
That is a long time.
yeah. And we didn't like, it's funny because when Becca tells the story, she's like, Tanya wasn't very nice to me.
Yeah, it's really funny when y'all met her and like y'all are like, oh my gosh, she's so bright and she's so like friendly, but she wasn't like that when I first met her. She was kind of a little bit not cold, but definitely like not super friendly like she is towards people now. When I see her, I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
That's
So-
how Lauren was when I met Lauren. Lauren
Because
hated
so I
me.
get I get really excited to meet or to see the people that I love so much. So I remember coming to a dinner table and I think you're the only person I didn't know. And then I had friends that had come in from they were in town from Texas and I hadn't seen them there. I went to college with them. So I was like an overload
So
of
you
like
smothered them with love and
yeah.
Becca felt left out.
She was probably
also
like,
didn't know you.
okay, like
She
hi.
just didn't. You're gonna be like, oh. But you know how some people make you feel like you kind of feel like you're not important. Like if you're in a group of people
Oh,
that
yeah.
know each other,
Inferior.
I felt like that. Like yeah, I was like, oh, I'm like an outcast here.
Aww.
I know it makes me so sad. Whenever she says that, I'm like, that breaks
Ashley
my
just
heart.
walked in.
Oh,
Ashley's
Ashley.
here.
Hello, guys. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
But that's basically it. So we met and then we got super close. I don't know when our turning point was, but we got like really, really close really fast. And now like I literally feel like she's like my left arm.
I know.
Like I get sad. I'm like, do you miss me? And I saw her yesterday.
Honestly, and she's left-handed, so me being her left arm is very important. It's not like the weak arm, you know?
Yeah, that's like
I'm
my
a
strong arm.
That's so
It's funny because I
cute.
feel like you met Becca around the same time I met them.
Sort of. I think we were like a year ahead.
A year ahead, and I
Yeah.
feel like I've known them my whole life, which
Yeah.
is so weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because Tanya's very needy in our friendship, but we have established
That's
this.
me.
It's not-
Yeah.
I'm so needy.
So needy.
But
Yeah.
like today, as we were walking, she FaceTimes all the time, and I hate FaceTime so much.
I love this honesty.
This is like so funny. 'Cause
I mean, I hate
she,
it.
She and Naz are very similar. And then with Becca and I think we're just like, if you can't talk to us in person, just hold it.
Oh
just
my
wait,
gosh.
Just
Text
wait
me.
till first
Text me. I don't care. Call me. Just don't FaceTime
Oh, really?
me.
See, I prefer FaceTime over a phone call.
I hate having to hold it, make sure I don't have a double chin. I'm
But like, why do you care about
I
it?
didn't last
Tanya.
night. Well, I didn't last night. I just had it like on a box while I was trying to move
Last
stuff.
night was like a blessing that you answered.
I'm like, you live a mile away. Just come over and
That's
tell me what you
I
have
told
to say.
her. I was
Yeah,
like,
same
I'm
with you guys. You're like
cleaning.
not even a mile.
Come over. Don't FaceTime me. Of course, my phone starts ringing. I look down. I'm like, I swear to God, like
She
does
throws me a
not-
bone like every 3 or 4 FaceTimes. Like she won't answer, and then like she'll give me.
That's Lauren with Naz.
That's Lauren with me. She'll literally like ignore me for like 2 days, and then she'll like pick up like a couple days, and then I'm like, okay.
Well,
Oh,
people
yeah.
always think I'm so mean. They're like, oh my gosh, Becca, like Tanya's such a good friend, and Becca doesn't give her any attention. I'm like, if y'all knew what text
Just
messages.
totally different personality.
Totally. And I like appreciate it. I even said thank you for answering my FaceTime. That was that thank you.
Now, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to interrupt and tell you about this amazing new service called FrameBridge.
So here's how it works, you guys. Go to framebridge.com, upload your photo from your computer or directly from your Instagram feed for them to print. Or if you have a physical item like a ticket stub, art prints, posters, they'll provide a secure prepaid packaging so you can mail it in for free. Then preview your item online in any frame style so you get to choose your favorite or get free recommendations from their talented designers. And the team at FrameBridge will custom frame your item in days, not weeks or months, and they'll deliver your finished piece to your door ready to hang. The best part about FrameBridge is instead of the hundreds you'd pay at a framing store, their prices start at like $39 and all the shipping is free. Plus, our listeners will get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when they use our code GETIT, GETIT. So FrameBridge has thousands of 5-star reviews if you guys look it up, and even offers a happiness guarantee. If you guys aren't 100% satisfied with your order, they'll make it right.
Get started framing your photos of art today. Go to framebridge.com and use the promo code GETIT, GETIT, and you'll save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code GETIT at framebridge.com, and the promo is GETIT, GETIT.
Oh, I got catfished on Hinge last night.
Wait,
I mean, I think all of us
Tell us
Bachelor
this.
people have been catfish. Oh, as in
You were
somebody
catfish
used
or
your
something?
image.
No. As I talked to a guy and like
No
quickly
way.
realized I was like really sharp and like smart.
Yeah, how do you even realize that?
He was like some hockey player, and I was like, it kind of was
cute.
weird. Well, it's not cute that he.
Yeah,
was
not,
a
I
player.
mean, he wasn't cute. He was a
Oh,
murderer.
yeah, sorry, I'm like hockey players are cute.
So I joke. He was
If
like,
you are a hockey player on Hinge.
right, and so he asked what I had done today or that day, and I was like, oh. Cleaning up my office, watching
left my
Grey's
house.
Anatomy, and he was like, "Oh, Grey's Anatomy is my favorite," and I was like, "Ding ding 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 ding."
He knew exactly what to say
Yep.
to you.
I was
my
like,
gosh.
"Oh, that sound." I was like, "Liar," and he was like, "Nope, I'm on season 13." So I look up the guy on Instagram, the real guy. I look up his name, and I write.
Wait, how
him in-
did you do that? Because they don't have last names.
Sometimes
on
they use
Hinge.
the real
He
name
put-
if
yeah,
you're
it
a
was his real
catfish.
name
Oh,
on
got it.
Hinge. And I wrote him and I was like, "Are we talking on Hinge or am I being catfish?" And he was like, "Catfish."
Wait,
He was like,
wait.
"I don't
Like DM the actual. You DM the
Yeah.
hockey player.
And now you're talking to the real hockey player?
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, hold on, that's a great move. We should all do this.
Good move.
Wait, you guys, yes. We should make fake accounts of
Tanya's face
ourselves.
right now, it's like she just got a stroke of genius.
That's genius.
So you're saying to like start a conversation with someone.
100%.
Just like slide in the DM.
yeah,
you're
like I
right.
see you
I
on.
just got it.
Yeah.
Lauren, I was wondering why
That's
you
a
weren't
fantastic
laughing.
opener.
Then we all just have to wait for a guy to catfish us, and then we do it.
No, pretend.
I'm literally going to slide in Milo Ventimiglia's Instagram and be like, are we talking on Raya right now?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I love him.
He's
but yeah,
so
so
Wait, that's a move.
he's like in Montreal or something. I don't know.
Oh, no big deal. Just
Anyways,
across the pond.
But still, I'm like,
It's not across the
Yeah,
pond.
it's definitely
Isn't
not
there a
across the
lake in Michigan or something?
There's no pond.
There's a pond in Michigan. Lake. It's called Lake Michigan.
10,000
Are you talking about the Great Lakes?
Yeah, so that's across
Pond.
water.
Yes.
That's in the way
pond.
of here and there. If you're in New York,
you have to
Yeah,
cross
that's
the
not
pond.
considered.
whatever,
like
guys.
the
It
pond.
makes sense in my head.
Okay. Naz is for.
Why couldn't you guys just let it slide? It's like
Let's
not
get our
even a
shit
big
together,
thing.
everyone.
Wait, I'm actually like thinking of
brush
somebody
your
that I
teeth
can
this morning?
pretend.
I did
Wait.
brush my teeth this morning, but not with the electric toothbrush. I use my toothbrush at Jack's, which gives me not as good of the clean.
Ashley and
I
Lauren
can
are sharing a
smell
mic. Oh,
I'm also
damn.
very thirsty.
We have to take a break for a second to talk about skin. There's nothing worse than feeling self-conscious about your skin. Believe me, if you're like me, you got ups and downs with your skin. I get your pain if you're suffering from acne. My go-to routine is BioClarity.
BioClarity is a 3-step acne wash that is cool because it's effective, but it doesn't have harsh chemicals and it doesn't irritate your skin. So you get results without the redness or irritation.
That's right, Lauren. And who doesn't want glowing, selfie-ready skin, you guys? BioClarity is full of antioxidants that feed and defend cells with vitamins, and they boost your natural beauty. So here's the scoop. Start a healthy habit and get glowing, clear skin. All you guys have to do is go to bioclarity.com. Our listeners will get their first month for only $9.95 plus free shipping. So that's a $20 savings, and it comes with a 100% risk-free money-back guarantee. But you need to enter our code GETIT, G-E-T-I-T. That's bioclarity.com and enter our code GETIT. Becca, do you have something you don't get? Because Tanya gave us an I don't get.
What was Tanya's I don't get it?
Tanya's I don't get what she doesn't get why guys want to be friends after you're dating.
Or even
in
before.
general, if you
I
have
just
like
get
a crush
friends
on
zoned a lot,
them.
and I'm like, bye.
I have two I don't get it, and I don't know if y'all have already talked. I feel like y'all probably have hit these subjects already. I don't get how people want to spend time with each other 24/7.
I don't get that either.
I get it.
I do too.
Lauren totally
Yeah.
gets it.
Okay, no.
Like, I'm talking about anyone.
No, I'm talking about anyone too.
Okay, I want a lot of alone time, but if it's with my boyfriend, like, I don't think I need that much space.
But how? Can you explain what you need? What do you get out of that?
I just feel very. I don't know.
what is the
I get that from
benefit?
Phoebe, but she's quiet and
Absolutely.
soft.
Absolutely.
Small.
I would love to live like ideally. This sounds horrible. I would like to share a bed with my future husband. However, like if we had separate apartments like right next door to each other or like in the same complex, well, okay, fine.
This is
No,
crazy.
see, I'm
No,
not
you know what I
opposed.
mean?
This
No,
is
I mean, I would
hilarious.
never do that. I'm just saying that like that's how much I do appreciate my space, my own space.
I'm not opposed to having,
Separate quarters. How about that?
yeah, like rooms at least, or having like a separate. I
That's
could
what
use
happens when you
separation.
get older in a relationship, though. Because
I
my
know,
dad
Tanya, it's
like
so
has his
weird.
man cave.
Yeah.
Ever since Lucy died, Dad started sitting with Mom in the regular family room. He would go downstairs every night with Lucy, but then when Lucy died, now he's just been in the family room with my mom.
See, but I have a theory as to why you want to be alone, and it's because you're constantly surrounded by
Because
people.
we are constantly surrounded by people.
You particularly FaceTime your mom more than 2 to 3 times a day.
No, I
which is
FaceTime her twice a day.
It's a lot.
2 to
That's
3
a
times a
lot.
day is a lot. People talk to their parents
That's
like
a
once
lot
a
of
week
FaceTime.
or twice a week. Also, you live with your sister, and you've always kind of lived with her, even when you were in college. And so, for that reason, you like being alone.
No.
I live alone in my own studio. I don't have a sister. Don't talk to my parents all the time. So then that's why I'm probably more needy of the average person because I don't have anyone around me.
right.
And I don't need alone time because I live alone.
Well, okay, so when I was in school and living alone, and when I was here living in LA, living alone for a year, I loved every second of it. I would close the door and like dance around, and I'd like eat as much as I want, and like do I love living solo. There's nothing I especially loved when I was in Syracuse, and I had the cutest apartment ever. I was the first person to ever live in it. It was
perfectly decorated.
Poor Lauren.
It
She's
was
like sitting right next to you and like lives with you looking all sad.
I adore that. I would blast music. I would dance around my underwear to Taylor Swift. I was obsessed with living
Yeah,
alone.
I also love living alone. But the reason why I don't want to be alone and why I want to call you guys and FaceTime you all the time is because I have no sister and family to talk to.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with sisters. I think that Becca and I having sisters, we always have the built-in best friend. So
Tanya, do you have sisters?
I have a sister.
Well, Tanya has a sister.
how old
She's 7 years older than me.
I think that's why. I think that's the
Okay.
difference.
You don't have so if you have
And
a
she has
close
like
sister,
kids.
Oh,
She's
no,
more
that's
like a mom
different.
to me.
Okay, so that's totally different.
I think that's it. We cracked it.
Because
if you have a close
Maura-
sister, you have a built-in best friend.
So yeah,
So you
my
don't
friend
need
Maura
other best
only
best
has two
friend.
brothers, and she's kind of like
she's
Naz.
very much like
Yeah.
Naz, where she's like, "Wait, why didn't you include me in that?" It's like,
And we're
oh,
like,
because
you're not our sister.
you're not our
But I
sister,
guess
but
you
like,
are our sister. Yeah.
we're like, oh, sorry, I didn't even think about it.
Oh.
I just grabbed her because she was next to
You
me.
didn't come out of my mom's vagina. Sorry, I didn't want you to come bowling.
No, I think
you
I
don't
think
have the same fucking blood type.
No,
Get
no,
the fuck away.
No.
This is
No,
why I
it's-
constantly have to deal with you guys.
I know how it sounds offensive, but Laura and I don't even realize because
we've
it's
offended
always
many people by being sisters. I
Yes,
guess.
Yeah.
we've offended
no,
many.
we have, but like we're like, oh, we're always in. We're basically Siamese.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're with it.
We don't think about it as going with somebody besides ourselves. Like we think we're going alone if we go with each other.
So, as you guys know, I've been working on like taking better care of my body, and I decided to start a vitamin routine. But I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the ones I've tried because they don't smell great. Like literally, the smell makes me sick. So I started taking Ritual, and I'm obsessed.
And now you've got me to try them, and I love them. They smell and taste like peppermint because of the essential oil in them, and they're time released, so it's gentle on your stomach, and that's always deterred me from taking vitamins. Plus, they're scientifically designed to give women the exact nutrients that we lack in omega E and vitamin D.
It's a super easy subscription, and if you miss a few days, you can just delay your delivery until you catch up. And they have a happiness guarantee, and you can cancel super easy anytime.
So, you guys, forget everything you thought you knew about vitamins because Ritual is a brand that's reinventing the experience with 9 essential nutrients women lack the most. So if you're ready to invest in your health, do what I did and go to ritual.com/getit. I promise you guys, your future self will thank you for taking Ritual. Consider it your lifelong health 401k. And all you have to do is put $1 a day in. So think of how much you guys already spend on food. Why put anything but clean ingredients backed by real science in your body? Go to ritual.com/getit. So back to Becca's topic of not needing to be with someone 24/7. Tanya, Lauren, how do you feel?
Like I said, if
You said.
I love being. I recharge. I do recharge like on my alone time because I feel like I'm constantly surrounded by people 24/7. So I do like my alone time. However, I really like being around people like a lot.
Same. Tanya and I are the
So,
same.
yeah.
That's why I love Tanya.
Tanya and you are the same. I think it's funny because none of us have jobs that are like cubicle jobs. If you had a cubicle job, like I'd be like,
Yeah.
let's go out, let's go to dinner tonight. You know,
My roommate is like that. She has like a 9 to 5. So when she comes home, she like wants to like meet her friends and have them come over. And but when I come home from work, I'm like,
your job is talking to people,
Talking
and
to
her
people.
job is to shut the fuck up and type.
Yeah. Right.
Or whatever, or whatever it is.
Right.
Whether you're a woman or a man. Wait, Ashley, have we talked
Size,
about
race, or
this?
gender.
Not discriminating. Ashley, have we talked about this on the podcast? How we hate our friends that do have 9 to 5 jobs.
Oh
that
my
don't
God.
text
I
us?
think we have talked
okay,
about it,
never mind.
yeah.
I hate real quick, just since you guys haven't heard it. My friends, they'll be like, "What are you doing August 27th?" Like wanting to come to LA, and it's like, I don't know. I could be in Zimbabwe with Tanya and Ryan Seacrest, like passing shirts out to kids. I don't know what opportunity I'm gonna
I'm
get.
just trying to interpret as a fan. I know that's totally our life, but like people will be like, "Oh, sorry, you may be in Zimbabwe with Ryan Seacrest."
I'm just saying it in the sense of like I have no idea. I have like all these different
job
jobs.
opportunities
I'm
pop up
freelance.
every
Totally.
day. You know,
Yeah.
all spur of the moment.
I don't like planning any like a
I can
week in
plan
advance
2 weeks.
really stresses me
No,
out.
yeah, I can plan pretty much 2 weeks if it's something in the area. But yeah, you know how I was trying to put together the Bachelor Girls yard sale. They're like, maybe we could like plan something in April. It's like, no, see, like I cannot ask anybody what their availability in April is because it will change between then and now. It is really sad.
I actually just got asked to go back to my college's homecoming, October 27th of this coming whatever.
my
And I was
gosh,
like,
it's
I
far
actually
away.
already have something that day. I can't come.
Way.
A
I
wedding.
do
I have
two
a wedding.
weddings in October. I already have 2 weddings in the month.
Weddings. Don't
Weddings
even get
are-
me started.
That's
on
the only
weddings.
thing I really can put you down for.
Totally.
that far in
You're like,
advance.
okay.
Yeah.
We went over this on the we had a meet and greet, in LA for like people that listen to our podcast. But down the line, after I'm done with one wedding that I'm in, I'm gonna go off on
weddings.
on an I don't get bridesmaid because I fucking
Being a
hate
bridesmaid?
being a bridesmaid. It is so much money. I'll save it for a future podcast. But like
That's
I'll
a
leave
good
that
one,
there.
though.
That is a good one.
I think,
Oh my God,
I think
it's too
on
much.
that point though, should we ask them about what they would like to spend on a wedding?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we talked
Spend?
About this last week.
Oh,
guys
I
want
have
a
another
big
I don't get
wedding?
it that just popped in my head
Oh,
too.
tell us.
But this is just a quick one. I don't get it why they make dresses with the zipper in the back anymore. Like if you're single, I can never zip up my own dress and it really pisses me
Tanya,
off.
I was getting ready.
Just
for
make them on the side, all of them.
I was getting ready to cover the Oscars at Clever, the YouTube channel Ashley and I work at, and I had no one to help me get in this dress. I ran outside, a woman walking her dog. Did I tell you guys this?
No,
A
you didn't. You
stranger
ran outside to get somebody to
zipped
zip?
me up because I'm single and I
Yeah,
couldn't.
do you know how many Uber drivers have zipped me up in a dress? I'm like, oh yeah.
You
It's
live
so
with you
annoying.
live with sisters.
I know, but
You
like,
can't retract it at least to get it
reach-
most.
I can get it
do
most
it.
the way.
I think
but,
I
like,
can do it, you guys. It
right
seems
now.
like
I
a
can do it.
dramatic.
No, there's someone
You need
have
someone to
hold
top you
the
off.
top.
You need a top off.
Tanya, you need someone to hold the top and
Yeah.
then squeeze in.
Yeah.
You need like 3 hands for
Okay,
that.
but the zipper on the side can really mess up the seam.
Yeah.
That's why they
That's
don't
not
do it as
ideal.
often.
Yeah.
You know what?
Lauren,
I get it.
We came up. Okay, wait. So, girls, do you think as you get older? Well, first off, when you were younger, did you imagine the most grand, expensive wedding?
No.
Yes,
Yeah,
Tanya. I knew
100%.
Tanya would say yes, and
Yeah.
I knew Becca would say no.
Yeah.
So, do you still feel the same way? Like you want to put the money into the wedding?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
You can elaborate.
Maturity.
Yeah.
People
She's
spend
a
so
realist,
much
you know?
money. People spend so much money on one day. She's a realist.
You know, Tanya's such a realist.
Yeah, hashtag realism is my game. No, I do think that like when you're younger, you think I wanted like doves and like snowflakes and like
You
I
wanted
wanted like
doves?
You want to
Oh,
release
yeah.
the doves and butterflies?
Yeah,
What is
I
this,
wanted-
Man on Fire?
No, haven't you seen that before? Like people release the birds.
No, I know, but I just picture Denzel Washington walking out of a car with fire and the doves in the background.
Now,
never seen
yeah.
Empire, just
Now, not so much.
I thought you
now I
watched
feel like I want like
Cristelia's.
half the wedding I wanted.
What does
Yeah.
that
That's
include?
sad.
What's the half price deal?
Well, I think I just want a really cool husband. So like I'm willing to just like forego
That's the gift, you know?
yeah. I just want a legit husband for the rest of my life, and then like whatever he wants for the wedding. I know it's sad. Like this is
So
what it's come
excited
down
for
to.
you to get married.
Yeah,
I think you're
I
gonna find
know,
someone
like we
really
gotta
cool.
find this
Thanks.
dude.
I know.
Like, where is he?
All right, I have to take one last break and tell you about this new service I'm using to digitize all of my home videos and pictures from when Lauren and I were little. It's called Legacy Box, and it's so cool because my parents have tons of old videos and pictures of us when we were being little kids and hilarious. But now we're making it so that we can get digital copies through Legacy Box.
I can't wait till we get them because some of the videos I haven't seen in so long and we were so little. It was super easy too. You just put all of your stuff in that box and send it off. And Legacy Box has people hand transfer everything. So it's totally safe and secure. And they send everything back along with the digital files.
There's never been a better time to digitally preserve your old home movies, film reels, and pictures. Visit legacybox.com today to get started. Plus, for a limited time, they're offering our listeners a huge exclusive discount. All you guys have to do is go to legacybox.com/getit to get 40% off your first order. With this exclusive deal, Legacy Box starts at just $45 or save up to $200 on the largest Legacy Box kit. Again, guys, go to legacybox.com/getit and save 40% today. Are you guys dating anyone?
LOL.
Tanya, is Tim Tebow ever going to happen?
I pray to the Lord above that if it's meant to be, it'll find its way. But right now,
I think
it's
that's
not
going to
looking.
be one of your rejections from God is a
protection. Yeah.
God's protection. Do you know what? I think that God's like, Tanya, you can do so much cooler than Tim Tebow.
I agree.
Yeah,
So
Tanya,
much more
you are
like
cooler.
upbeat personality who
I feel like
doesn't.
you're going to get like a sexy Christian singer.
No,
I want a country singer for
Yeah.
her. That's who I'm wanting.
I see Tanya with like a Rich Wilkerson.
Who's that?
Oh,
You,
interesting.
you guys know that like really, really hot priest?
Oh,
Rich
yes,
Wilkerson
the
Jr.
Kardashians.
He looks
he's
like
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio. a
He's
little bit.
he's happily married.
Yeah.
He's
yeah, but
married
someone
to
like him.
Dez's sister.
Desi Perkins?
No, Dez, my
Desiree?
ex. Or the one, the
you're
guy that I was
that
like in
Dez.
love
Oh my
with.
God, no way.
Yeah.
I remember when you told me about Des. He's so beautiful.
Yeah, he
Beautiful.
is. He's very beautiful.
Bex, are you
cute.
dating anyone?
No, I'm just getting catfished on Hinge.
What was your last dates though?
Yours was more
Oh
recent.
yeah, I
Your
went out with a guy
eyebrows
for
are
drinks.
amazing, by the way. I almost said on fleek, but that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, we're past on fleek. I went out to drinks with a guy, and I think it's just the first date. Like having to get to know someone is just
The worst.
The worst.
It's the worst.
It's like the question.
It's a job interview. It's like
That's what
50
it
cent,
is.
21 questions. Like,
And
just
I-
play the song.
And Robert and I were friends before we started officially dating, so it was like such an easy transition there. And we were like kind of hookup buddies before we even officially started dating. So there was like a lot of like foundation laid before we started.
All of the foundation.
Yeah, all you did.
Friendship.
Well, all you did was throw it on.
What?
All you did was throw the label on.
Oh, what did I throw?
Just
on?
throw it in the bag.
All you did was just throw it on. This is my relationship. How does my relationship look today?
It's like throw on.
Becca,
me too. I was like,
there was a single studies in America, and apparently that's like the most people get in relationships that way now.
Wait, what's
That's the
that?
most common way.
70%
Friends, hookup
consider-
buddies, relationships.
Wait, so maybe I
70%.
should be making guy friends.
Yeah, Tanya, you need to be making guy friends.
Oh, wow.
I just don't get the negative in having guy friends.
Tanya just meant in the sense of if she likes them and they don't like her back.
Exactly.
It's different.
Exactly.
Lauren, what?
My stomach just made the
I heard that. I heard that in my
Acknowledged it.
headphones.
I'm like, did I hear that in my headphones?
Wait, I didn't hear it.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh yeah, because when you have a lot of guy friends, even if they do friends you zone you eventually, sometimes they're like, "Oh wow, I've seen the light because this girl's actually so awesome. What else would I want?"
I know that happens in a lot of movies.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, happens a lot.
It fucking happens.
Maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot.
Yeah, Tanya. Stop shooting
Maybe
your
God's
toes.
rejection. I mean, man's rejection
Is God's
Is-
blessing?
is
God's
you should-
projection.
God's timing.
God's timing.
Oh, wow.
Where did you hear this quote?
Oh, that
by
God's
the way?
timing quote is the best.
The
It got me
best.
through my mid
What's the
20s.
God's timing quote?
Oh, no, the man's rejection is God's protection.
Oh, I don't know that.
She
oh,
just
that's,
came up with
that's
What are you
really
talking about,
good.
Ashley?
You just came up with that? There was
No.
one. There was one about.
We're so off right now. Tanya, where did that come from?
Yeah, never mind. Don't ask me. I just remember like one of those Pinterest quotes being like really
But you
influential.
said
God
God's
timing?
timing.
About God's
Oh,
timing.
yeah,
something
basically,
about,
like-
the timing. Trust to God's timing in your life. And I
No,
was
basically it's like if the
yes.
answer is no, that means there's a better yes down the road.
Oh, I like that too.
Or like if
Wow.
it's not okay, it's not the end.
Tanya is
that
the quote
is Juliana
queen.
Rancic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, well that was Juliana Rancic's quote. I don't think it was hers originally.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I could have tattooed that on me when I was like 25.
Yeah.
and I kept saying it's not the end because it's not okay.
It's
Yeah,
true.
some things fall apart so better things can
Oh my
fall
God.
together.
She's like, y'all are acting like she's like a Buddha. Yeah, she's a god.
I know they're silly quotes, but sometimes
We're like,
if you,
the Tanya Rad religion. It's like
I
it's
wish
like
I could
fucking
see y'all. Everyone's like mouth open, like
I'm
wide
gonna
eyes.
go to my
like,
Pinterest and look at the old ones
Scientology
I
in here.
picked.
No, everyone's
oh my
heard
God,
that.
Lauren needs to read her old Pinterest board
so
for-
depressing.
so that she could like this is what she would reread when she was like in a relationship with a guy who had a girlfriend.
I still don't get Pinterest. Like, I get it, but I don't. Like, I don't spend time
I
on
never
it.
got
Me
into
either.
Unless you're
it.
getting married, like, is that a thing that people
No.
do?
I tried.
funny.
Like, put up photos on an imaginary board no one's gonna see?
You
Like,
never give up on somebody who you can't go a day without thinking about.
I think it's still true.
That's
Yeah.
a classic.
guys, we're being so basic right now.
I'm sorry, but this is funny.
Don't marry.
Decide that you want it more than you are afraid of it.
Oh yeah, faith over fear
Oh
always.
yeah, what did we? It's choose love. What was that on our podcast? We had a dating coach, and she's
Choose
like,
love.
we were talking about how it's so. I hate going on dates, and that's the main reason I don't date because like having to have the small talk
Abso-freaking-lutely, yeah.
conversation feels
Yeah.
like an interview.
Yeah.
And she was like, you have to reprogram your brain into being excited about going to meet someone new. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
How?
I know.
How do you repro? Because
I
it's
don't
like,
know.
no, it's one of those things where you're like, well, he could be my husband, you know? Like when you're walking out of the door.
I think,
You
was I
guys-
saying this to you guys the other day? I just feel like nobody goes on a date with their husband. Like nobody's randomly like, oh, and then I went on a date, and guess what? He turned out to
no,
be my
because
husband.
there's a lot of Tinder. No, a lot of people from Tinder get married. Ashley, that's
Yeah.
the thing now.
Like I haven't been on a date since November. It's
fine.
March,
That's
and
fine.
then before that, it was the summer.
Tanya, same.
You're just hoping to meet him organically at a coffee shop.
That's what I would
I'm like
think is
spending
how
all my
I
day
would-
at Whole Foods, like
Yeah.
just smelling
You met
every
a guy
hot
at
guy
Whole
that walks
Foods.
by. Oh, yeah.
Smelling every hot guy.
That's my opening line. I'm like, what cologne is that? That's really good. I need some for my brother.
That's a great opening line. Everyone that always asks for good opening
It's
lines.
like, don't go to the aisle. There's some girl asking what cologne
Yeah, I
it is.
was gonna say, I kind of think that's a little bit like
Creeper on aisle
Well,
five.
that's the thing. You only find hot guys when you're running errands and doing something, and then you're like, "Oh my
you
god,
look like
what do I
shit."
say? What do I say?"
Yeah.
And you can't say anything natural.
Yeah.
Any guy
There you
listening
go.
to this, when a girl comes up to you and asks you for your cologne,
Tanya.
just say Tanya.
I think
especially-
to use Lauren's theory, you should just go up to them and be like,
Say,
"Hi,
"You're hot."
you're hot."
I
And
like
they're gonna
Lauren.
be like, thank you. So are you. It's like not gonna go poorly.
We
Everyone.
had Siggy Flicker. She's a housewife of New Jersey on, and she said that we really need to go up and like compliment men, even if they're married, and just say, "I think you're really handsome." And I feel like I need to do that more.
Yeah.
But like if they're married, don't do that.
I would stay away
Right.
if they're
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
Always
don't
check
do
the
that.
finger first.
Don't smell them, Tanya.
Understand
Check
when
the
girls
ring.
don't check the finger. How do we feel about guys who don't wear wedding rings?
Sketch.
Wait, is that a thing?
Horrible.
Yeah.
You guys,
Squirt.
is that a thing?
lot of
Yes.
guys
Do you
don't.
know that
Yeah.
Tanner would never wear his wedding ring? And I was like, Tanner,
But why?
you should claim that woman with
Claim
that
that
finger.
At least have like a tattoo on there or
I
something.
know. Yeah, if you don't like the feeling of
At
it, no,
least
I'm not,
a permanent
No, I'm not
tattoo.
even joking.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like the feeling of a ring, then tattoo it on.
That's what
I would
Jason
tell her.
Kennedy has. He has low tattooed on his
Yeah.
ring
Yeah,
finger.
definitely do that. It's sketchy. Like, why not? Like, they're like, oh, I don't like the feeling of it. It's like, I've had this ring on my finger for 10 years. I don't even know it's there.
I
You'll
was
get
gonna
used
say,
to
yeah,
it.
when you
Yeah.
wear it
I'm
for
Living
long
with
enough.
this because I just keep forgetting to take
Forgetting
it off.
about it.
I hate
don't
wearing
feel it.
rings, but I
Really?
love wearing a fucking diamond.
Well, no,
Like,
I
yeah,
do too, but I
totally.
wore one on my ring finger for the longest time, and I didn't even, I slept, I did everything in it, and I didn't notice it. So for that to be an excuse, that's squirm.
what's squirm?
Like shady, like just squirmy, like snaky. I met a guy in the Hamptons 2 summers ago, and
yeah, I love
remember
this.
this story.
I don't remember this.
and he was like that East Coast, like probably owned a yacht and went sailing on the weekend.
Like Wolf of Wall Street, big from Sex
we were
and the
throwing
City.
the football together. Like he was so hot, and I'm like, I think I met this is my husband. And one of my friends comes over, and I was like, who is he? He's like, where did he come from? And she's like, that's so and so. She's like, he's married. And I was like, he doesn't have a
And
ring
you checked
finger.
the ring.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have even. And she was like, yeah, it's like a boys' weekend. And
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
Oh, she
This
said it's a
same-
So he
boys'
took the
weekend.
like, yeah, I guess
for
he
the
was
boys'
saying,
weekend.
yeah,
Took the
yeah.
ring off for the boys'
Sketchy.
weekend?
Yeah.
Well, I remember being like shadowing my dad at work for like a school project when I was in college, and there was the hottest doctor with so much swag.
Was it
You guys,
Steve?
he looked like Alex Karev. No, he looked like an Alex
So
Karev.
it wasn't Steve.
Like a little bit of like a Michael Bublé look.
Oh.
That's
And-
not Steve.
And he was suave, and that he was like kind of flirting with me. Like there was like that twinkle in his eye. And then all of a sudden, like I go back to my dad's office, and he's like, "Oh yeah, his wife." Blah blah. Blah. I was like, "You've got to be joking me," because he wasn't wearing a ring. Do not, doctors, you wear your ring.
All men
Yeah.
wear your
Yeah,
ring.
all
I
men.
don't give a fuck about
No,
your
you guys,
excuses.
this is. I'm so mad we had this conversation because, like, I can't even get a boyfriend or a text back. Now I have to worry about after I fucking find the one, him wearing or not wearing a ring.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is
No,
anxiety.
you don't have to worry about
inducing.
that because your husband is not going to be sketchy.
Mine's gonna be cool. He's gonna be friends with your husband,
Yeah,
right, Tanya?
yeah.
He'll
Like
have
I'm not.
your
I
name
literally.
tattooed on his ring finger.
I have such like a
Naz.
high standard for my husband that I don't even like. I know when I find him, I'm not going to be worried about him like not wearing his ring or like being sketchy or squirm. Like he's going to be so legit.
But like, does he exist? Because like, I just feel like women are so phenomenal and amazing, and not like women against men. I love men, but it's like so hard for me to find like a really interesting, amazing, hot, great guy. But
Yeah.
like, I find that in women all the time. Like
I
this
know.
entire table is
That is true.
phenomenal.
You got a
Why
point.
is it so hard to find like
got a point.
a lot of men are so subpar?
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
and afraid of commitment. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
we can get a
scared.
different, really cool, awesome girl every day.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh, that's
scared
right.
of I'm not afraid of commitment as far as like being with one person, like staying loyal. I'm afraid of like committing to someone for like being with like stuck with like getting to a point where like let's say the first few years are amazing and it's everything, and then you get to that like slump area where you're like, I feel stuck. Like, what do I do?
When you're like, what's your
Yeah.
favorite donut?
That's something I like barely ever think about. That sounds very claustrophobic.
I know, and I don't know. Like we talked about it. This therapist called on psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, and we really got down to why I'm like scared of relationships, and I think that's why.
Well, going off of the relationship topic, Lauren, we came up with the most I don't get it yesterday.
What was it? You wrote it
And
down,
we
right?
do not remember
Actually,
what it is.
I told you to write it down.
I don't think I wrote it down.
Oh my god, it was so good.
What are we talking about?
Wait, what was it?
It was the we've never.
Did I
not
talk to
gotten
you
it
guys? Well,
before.
while you're thinking of it, did I talk to you guys about people that walk in front of you on the sidewalk yet?
No.
I don't know if
slowly.
it's because I'm a fast walker, but like people that walk slowly, or let's say you have your baby and you're walking out of a restaurant and you're walking as slow as your baby is, it's like, move!
Pick your baby up.
Trying to get out of the restaurant. This is the only exit, and you're walking 0.0 miles an hour with your toddler. Pick him up.
What were we watching when we...
I don't get it. Be
I hate slow
considerate.
walkers. It's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Oh well, it's
I
the
like, what are
bikers
you
on
in
the
a hurry
street
to
that I
get
don't
to?
get.
No,
See, I don't get people
nothing
like
will
you.
perfect.
Tanya, what
Tanya,
am
Where
I
are you
Tanya-
hurrying to
No,
go that you can't
Tanya-
wait for a little child to
Tanya,
walk out of a door? Like,
do you not
fuck.
live in LA? Like, what if the you can curse Tanya?
Tanya is not quick.
What about the parking meter? Like, what if I have an appointment to get my hair cut?
I
What if I'm
can't.
trying
I
to
just
make a
everybody in
workout
LA is in
class?
such a hurry. It's like leave your house 20 minutes earlier.
You know the
I
sloth
can't.
in Zootopia at the DMV?
Yes.
That's Tanya. Like we'll be like getting. Where were we going to Soul Cycle the other day? And we were trying to find and like her getting out of the car. I was like, "Are you in a hurry? Like I don't even care about being late, but are you trying to move that slow on purpose?"
Yeah.
So
I
she
just-
doesn't get.
I don't
us.
get people
get-
that move slow. Like, I don't get it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
And I don't get people that are in a hurry all the time. Like, are you really that busy?
I literally was waiting for this.
This is an amazing transaction.
I was waiting for this old person across the street, and I'm like, "Come on!" And I'm not trying to be mean. I
and
love
where are
the
you going to get your
elderly.
coffee? Like, sorry, it's
And
going to be 10 minutes later.
He literally yells at me and goes, "Are you in a rush to die?" And I go, "Yes." And I like drove away.
Wow, that old person is Tanya.
Naz is on one extreme and Tanya's in the
I
other,
think
and I'm
I'm
somewhere
right in the
in
middle.
middle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not like yelling at old people and babies, but I'm also like, please hurry.
Exactly.
if I'm late, then yes, it's annoying. If you're being like obnoxiously slow, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I might have road rage inside my car, but it's
Yeah.
staying it's internal.
Oh well, that's something that Naz does. Like Naz is not afraid to like say it how she feels to people. Like if the service at a restaurant.
Oh,
slow,
I thought you meant in a
she'll-
car. I was like, in a car, I'm scared now that I'm going to get shot because I'm
No.
like, that's this country we live in now, where you're like, "Excuse me, go," and then they're like, "Boom,
You
dead."
should have always been
No,
scared.
you should always be scared of that. But
I'm never saying
but-
anything to anyone in a car ever again.
But Naz will be like the person at a restaurant who's like, "Excuse me, we've been waiting for our food for
No.
so long. Like
Yeah.
this isn't." But then she won't be like, "Excuse me, like you have any idea how long the food's gonna take? It's been a while." She'll be like, it's been 30 minutes. Where the fuck's the food?" And I'm like,
I don't say
"Oh
where-
my god,
Yeah,
oh
and you're
my
gonna get
God."
a loogie in your
say-
food.
I
You
don't
don't say where the fuck. I know you don't, but it's a little abrasive.
But you also ask me to help you when your pokey's late, right? Who's there when your pokey isn't getting made quickly?
Oh, you're right. No,
Ashley
that
will
was
be
the
the
one
first to
bad
come up and be like,
experience.
"Naz, will you tell them to hurry?" So, yes.
There you go. Happy
is who
medium.
I
Let's
am.
just all be in a happy medium.
Yeah, let's live life at a medium.
Guys, we didn't talk about the ultimate I don't get it, but Laura and I are going to figure it out before next week. All right, never mind, guys. We did just remember. It's unfortunate that you didn't get our reaction of remembering it on this tape because it was amazing. And I thought it was I thought it was an I don't get it about life in general, but it really just encompassed everything with a very simple.
Very simple.
Lauren, you came up with it, so explain.
Okay, so we're avid American Idol watchers. That everyone probably knows this already.
my license plate's at Hard
So why the fuck is Kelly Clarkson on The Voice and Katy Perry's on American Idol? Switch them!
That's the ultimate I don't get it.
It is the weirdest thing because I've been watching The Voice, which I am a huge Alicia Keys fan from The Voice.
She's so cute when she wears no makeup and looks outstanding.
She's
It's
so
really
calm.
unfair.
She
Like,
never
I feel
wears makeup.
soothed by her.
First of all, can I just for a second? That's the ultimate I don't get it in life.
I know, they said it was life
It's
changing. Tanya, I'm thinking she's going to say, "Would you rather like have $1 million or like
Ashley and I
die?"
came up with it last summer. That's it. That's the I don't get it.
Oh, no. We came to this moment where it's just like everything came together, and that was the reason.
It's so
we
funny
came up
because
with the
I
don't get it
completely
podcast.
get it because Kelly Clarkson and American Idol have had the most tumultuous public relationship.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have.
Well,
Her
Tanya
record
works for
deal-
Ryan, so let's talk. What
She
know?
actually, I know that she signed on to do The Voice before Idol was officially coming back. So she was already in contract and
Got
signed
it.
with The Voice.
Got it.
I don't know.
Think she ever would have gone to American
But
Idol?
remember,
think
she
100%.
hated them. Remember, she hated
there was
them.
a Clive Davis moment, but now maybe that's been revamped.
Yeah,
and-
no, she has nothing but like amazing things to say about
How
Idol.
could she not?
Good to
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Are we also confused about how Katy Perry's a judge on anything?
Yes.
Right.
Why
Oh my
do
God, yes. No one
I
likes
don't get Katy
anymore,
Perry?
but okay, I'll say this: I've been watching American Idol, and I don't mind her anymore.
Yeah,
She's
I know.
actually doing a really good job.
It's
I
because
really like her now.
Okay, I'll give it a chance because her Teenage Dream album was one of my favorites of all
Oh
time.
my god, that album it defined a chapter in my life.
Yeah.
Down. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, no, it
I'm
was
the same
good.
way. So when she kind of went off and then like came back and was like very weird.
Very
Like she was
weird.
doing
This last
weird
album
stuff.
was.
She was with me with that Prism album during the worst part of my life.
Oh my god, Double Rainbow.
I feel like we
Rainbow.
were there. We went through it together.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
And
with
there was
ya.
that song about the sister picking her up on the
The bathroom floor.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
True
God.
Lauren
what's that from-
literally had to pick me
Wait,
up.
what was that song called? God. It's something about God.
Yeah,
God.
Is it Pearl?
No, it's the very last song.
Well, anyway,
Classic.
Yeah.
I always thought that The Voice, like, I never liked The Voice because I think that Adam Levine and Blake Shelton are kind of evil, and so is Christina Aguilera. I think they're evil.
We think Christina Aguilera has a bad soul.
So I was like, Katy Perry belongs on this
Becca's
panel.
face.
She's nodding.
Yeah, so I feel like
who was the before? Oh, the CeeLo. Whoops.
Yeah,
Also,
and CeeLo Green. Shut the fuck up, Ashley. So I feel like Katy Perry would have fit in really well with these cynical people on this panel now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the switch it and Katy Perry, Kelly Clarkson was the idol, so it just made so much sense. To me.
I don't
That's
know.
all.
I love The Voice. I think The Voice, the format is so genius. I think Adam and Blake are hilarious together, and they're all different. And I think American Idol, I like hate the reboot. Like Lionel
you know? Have
Richie's
you
only
watched
on
it?
there. He's only on there because of his daughter.
What?
He's amazing.
what is it? I'm sorry.
That's why he's like semi-relevant.
No,
so
he's
Theo
like
Richie.
iconic.
I know, guys. Obviously, I love Lionel Richie. I listen to oldies, but like people that watch American Idol, like yes, they're like
No,
older,
you
but
gotta
a
have
lot
the
of
classic old one. They needed
I
the Paula
guess-
Abdul.
I don't know. I just don't.
They've always had the classic old
Yeah.
one. But then
I'm
Katy
not
Perry's
into
doing
it.
well. Luke Bryan's so nice.
Luke Bryan's nice.
So is anyone like critical? Like, does anyone give?
No, our whole thing is this. This is where the conversation started. I was like, Kelly Clarkson is so fun to watch. Her personality is amazing. She's so funny. I feel like she sometimes talks to like the TV and to people, like an audience, the way that we all do. Like we are just like, "Wah!" Like so excited, we just can't contain it.
Yeah.
And she like really is 100% herself on that show. It's just unfortunate that she couldn't go and be on the panel
Yeah,
where
totally.
she started.
Full circle. It
I
would
would
be nice.
want to be watching American Idol, and then, but unfortunately, now
That's
I
very
feel
true.
like I have a
Maybe
draw
she
towards
will
The
when her
Voice.
contract's
Yeah.
up.
Can I
Maybe.
tell you that Kelly Clarkson is one of those artists that like she used to call in and sometimes we would do these things where the artists would do interviews with like the producers and we would chop up the audio and like things like that. And so normally like quick conversations, nothing like anytime we did it with Kelly Clarkson, she would literally talk to me for 20 minutes. Aww. She was always so nice. I'll like never forget, and I'll always be such a fan and champion of hers because I feel like she's just so like nice to everybody.
Right.
She's
and
like
so
you.
rad. Like I just love her.
She's
I
rad.
can see you guys being such good friends.
I know, me too.
I just think she's just so awesome. Like I just hope like the fact that she ended up getting married and has this like awesome family. I'm just like, I love
Go
it.
you, Kelly. Did you guys see Katie rip her dress? Or she didn't rip it.
Oh, I didn't
slip in
see
the
it,
audition.
no.
It's hilarious. If you guys haven't seen
She had
it.
a wardrobe
There was an
malfunction.
audition this week.
Oh, Katy Perry?
Yeah, where she's dancing with one of the contestants. Like she like brings all the judges up and then she slips and like you see her vagina and her
So
butt.
it's likable
hilarious.
already.
Okay, so what I'm gonna
That's
do?
why I liked her because she
This
slipped.
weekend, I'm gonna watch the new American Idol. I'm gonna see how Katy Perry is before really slamming her.
Yeah, me too.
Now,
Me
it's
too.
by the grace of God, and like this song got me through.
We don't need a list. Oh, this is our outro, everyone.
is
Bye.
Yay!
Thanks for listening.
By the grace of God.
Subscribe and rate and join our Facebook group.
I just picked myself back up.
Look at that beautiful brown hair she has on this cover.
Katie, grow it out and darken it.
I feel like I'm in church right now. I don't know why.
I forgot about how great this song
Yeah.
Are we allowed to? Do we have to pay for this song if it's
Not
in
if
our
it's less than
podcast?
20 seconds or something.
All right, shut it off, Ashley. We don't have money for that shit. Goodbye.
right.
Tanya and Becca, thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
So fun.
Becca, thank you for leaving the couch and your dog.
course.
And Tanya, thanks for leaving your busy schedule to be with us today.
Oh, this was so fun.
I love this merger of scrubbing in and I don't get it.
Yeah.
They're just so compatible.
I know.
crossover.
A crossover episode.
Blondes and brunettes. Blondes and brunettes.
Bye, everyone.
Love you. Subscribe.
Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Babes and Babies, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.